What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemeth, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Mercer, one half of the tag team champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is the Monday Mayhem Warriors. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA. Is that where I'm at right now? I was fresh off of this morning's drive in from Louisville. I got called out for saying it wrong on a podcast a couple weeks ago. So, and I didn't learn while I was there.
Sorg, it's Louis Viley. Listen, I interviewed this kid, and I'm like, I kind of give like a, hey, how's location we're at treating you, right? Because we'll have like a kid like drive from Michigan to like the desert in Arizona and stuff like that for these events. So I'm like, hey man, and they're like, what's it like being in the desert, you Midwesterner? And so I'm talking to this kid from Iowa, and I was like, how's Louisiana treating you? And everybody just like stopped and looked at me. I'm like, what? Oh, we're in Louisville. I've never even been to Louisiana. So that's the kind of weekend I had. So Sorry, everyone's allowed one R-Truth moment. It's fine.
That was my R-Truth moment, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mad Mike is here correcting me.
Yeah.
He's the one with the high hair.
You're
poofier than usual. What is this? Was that just you? Is that the expression of your frustrations in the puck ball tonight?
Oh yeah, that was just me. Like, my hair isn't short enough for me to pull out, but I was running my fingers through my hair so much because Tristan Jarry is a fucking moron.
Okay. See, I don't know if you're talking about sports or politics at this point, but anyways,
sports puck.
The other one that can fill me in on which we're talking about is the mainstream Matt joining us as well from the greater Pittsburgh area.
All right, picture this.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing your PlayStation. You're playing your NHL video game on PlayStation. What's the crap you always try on your PlayStation when you're playing NHL? You try to pass the puck with your goalie. You try to do the little like, I got the thing, but I'm going to wait for the face-off because I'm too impatient. I have short attention space, so I'm just going to pass this thing off. But because you're playing a video game, it goes straight to one of the other team's players. They just come in and they bury it. It happened in real life tonight. I couldn't believe it. Video game ending to the Pens Islanders game.
I don't even know. What's happening right now.
It's a video game conversation, Sorg. I thought you'd be more comfortable.
I can
turn it into that direction.
I can sort of hang with that, I suppose. Sure. Okay. But...
Let me try the wrestling analogy. You know how you watch the wrestling and the baby face is trying to beat the heel and they go for all their big moves and it's like, near fall, he's got him, no. Near fall, he's got him, no. Near fall, he's got him, no. And then the heel just turns around and hits their move, and that's it. Like the classic buzzkill ending. Like the crowd is like totally peaked and ready for the upset. This is it. Daniel Bryan's going to beat Randy Orton. And then RKO, bang, done, over. That happened to the Penguins tonight. They had numerous solid scoring opportunities in overtime, and none of them worked. So Tristan Jarry just passed the puck straight to one of their players, and he scored. Great ending.
Matt.
What up?
Shut the fuck up.
You know what?
It's not a great ending.
You know
what?
Not
a great ending.
You know what? Not as bad as what happened to the Edmonton Oilers the other night. Not as bad as what happened to the Oilers.
Listen.
No one cares about them. They're in Edmonton, the least wrestling Canadian city.
Listen, I'm going to bring this back around to Penguins and wrestling because there was a wrestling line at the Penguins tonight, and I'll bring it up in just a moment because representing our own Dudders, the 2PW Kicking Cancer's Ass champion, was, of course, working the game. She works there at the arena, and she was sporting her 2PW belt out there. So there you go.
They should have found a pair of skates for her.
Yeah, seriously.
At this point, right?
Honestly, Dudders has the height. She would have blocked every shot.
There you go.
Dudders probably has at least 7 to 8 inches on everyone on the Islanders. That's not a joke. Dudders is like 13 feet tall. You guys don't even know.
Jeez.
In wrestling terms.
Hamas runs from her.
Yeah, basically. Ah, fucking. So, all right. So, full disclosure, because of the game, I didn't watch a whole heck of a lot of Raw tonight.
Well, that's okay. You know what?
But from what I did see, the first 40 minutes of Raw was absolutely pointless.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, no, not
they know they can't compete.
Not just for the normal reasons.
They know they can't compete with the second hour of AEW Dark Elevation.
Sorg, all right,
let me get to my point before you go on about your Danny Limelight bullshit.
No Danny Limelight, but there is some Rocky Romero talk.
Fucking hell.
Danny Dark did not show up tonight.
So
No,
anyway,
no. See him tomorrow night, I'm sure.
from what I was able to tell of Raw, Lashley comes out with his trophies of women again because they doubled down on it for some fucking reason. Even though he has no reason to celebrate because the motherfucker got beat last week.
You don't like 2021 Ho Train?
No, and you shouldn't
none
even
of us,
be
none of
using
us,
that
should, none
term.
of us should. It's not great.
That's not good.
It's horrible.
That's not,
It's all I could think of when I saw
like
that backstage
unless
segment.
Rhea Ripley comes out with a harem of Chippendale dancers to even it out.
I'm sure.
You know,
I'm sure
if you do equal opportunity, then I'm fine with it.
yeah.
But like,
I mean,
it's still
all the
not
dudes
great.
are running around in their underwear, so I mean, you know.
But like, so they come out and they're like, "Oh, we'll have Kofi versus Drew. Winner faces Lashley. Great, sounds like a fun match." They wrestle, wrestle, and then Lashley and MVP just come in and attack both of them.
Yes.
And we'll do the same thing next week.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yep.
Like, don't waste my fucking time with this shit. If you're gonna have it be a triple threat, just like they're doing in AEW, then just book a fucking triple threat. If you're gonna give one of them the shot, just give one of them the fucking shot. Like, this isn't a fun journey to go on. It's not. Just give one of them the shot.
No, this is not a fun journey. And I have a feeling that this is going to be the journey until we get to July 16th when the live fans return. I have a dreadful feeling that they are dropping it into neutral, if you will. And you are going to see, like, well, I mean, we know
Coast
what
City,
WWE
bitch. Coast City, bitch.
Yeah, we know what WWE half-assery looks like, especially on a Monday night. I think we're going to be getting it for the better part of the next month.
So
or so.
they're not going to try for the next month and a half until
You want to
we get to
know?
July.
You want to know what I think is going to happen on SmackDown? I think we're going to get Roman Reigns versus Jimmy Uso.
Oh boy!
Hell in a
In
Cell.
the cell,
Big
in the
big
cell,
big
right?
referee.
So we can have the same match that we had last year, Hell in a Cell,
Ugh.
with the other one.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be great, but
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
I need a
this
new.
has
By the way,
nothing-
You know what?
Whoa,
You're
whoa,
getting
whoa.
plenty of
This has
great
nothing to
matches.
do with the
Speaking of
match
pay-per-views,
quality.
speaking of pay-per-views, I need a new rule because when there's a Roman Reigns match, like when we're doing a pay-per-view, everybody needs to shut up during that match. Okay,
Oh my God.
like,
Oh my
like
God.
I don't know how
Are
many
you
times I had to.
mocking Cesaro.
I don't know how many times I had to shush somebody because I'm like, I want to hear what the fuck Roman's saying. Like, no, we're going. Listen, everybody, we're going to watch this match. I don't give a shit about anything else. I don't want commentary. We are going to watch this match, and I'm turning the fucker up because I don't give a shit about what Corey has to say. I want to know what Roman has to say. All right,
Roman with his new Hollywood smile, just
Jeez.
going, "I love wrestling, man. I just love to wrestle." Like, oh my God, just so fucking good.
Uh-huh.
What are they going to do when they get the fans back in the building?
I don't know. I'm
And there's
hoping.
like- and
They're
they
gonna
can't,
make
like,
up
turn-
that ring harder.
And they can't turn everybody down so we can everybody quiet. We have to all listen to what Roman has to say now.
No, just everybody in the arena will just shush.
Oh my God!
Like there's gonna be something where he's just gonna be like, shh.
No,
And then trash talk,
he'll
and
put
everybody's
the
like,
vest back on, but it'll have a lapel mic on
ah,
it. so
yeah, there you go. There you go. So we're in coast mode until the live events, and we got like the worst freaking
I-
promos.
I-
Listen,
all right,
listen.
I have a
Here's
question. I have a question.
here's a perfect juxtaposition of what I watched tonight. I watched on one show, which was the WCW Power Hour of a promotion, had Matt Hardy come out to pyro and some cool new music and have a baller match with a guy called El Fuego de Sol. Okay? And on the other show, the Hardy brother had the goofiest Hardy Party stupid fucking promo I've ever seen from this guy. And that's counting the years when he was fucking high. Okay?
That was a very odd Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
Wait, there was an actual Jeff Hardy promo tonight.
Well, you see,
Yeah.
everyone who they didn't put in a match tonight that of any significance, they made them do kind of like the the backstage 30-second tell everybody live fans are back on July 16th and how excited you
Oh
are.
no!
And Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
kind of- I guess he doesn't have a catchphrase right now.
He was like
So he's,
chanting
like,
Hardy
rapping,
Party
"Jeff
to
Hardy,
himself.
I can't wait to
Never
hear
had a
everybody. Hardy. He's like screaming Hardy at the very end of it.
Jeff Hardy has never had a catchphrase except "I'm on drugs. I'm
Yeah,
on
yeah.
drugs." That's-
Terry, no, that's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
That was his catchphrase.
Or Willow.
That actually probably was the closest, actually.
My kingdom for fucking Willow.
Oh,
rating.
when he sang like the obsolete song,
Oh yeah.
right? I mean,
yeah.
technically, right? So
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's
classify as obsolete or something,
true.
right?
Yeah. You'll fade away and classify.
Fade away, classify as
himself
obsolete. There you
So
go.
he
There you
like borrowed his brother's.
God, I miss
catchphrase.
the delete Hardys.
Yeah.
I really
Well,
do.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was like peak second stage Hardys for me. Although I do.
We'll get these buildings filled up again, and we'll see if we can get it back.
I gotta say though, I really love because I miss Big Money Matt. Actually, I saw him once, like when they did a tag match here with Ring of Honor at the convention center. But I miss the majority of Big Money Matt, and I am loving AEW Big Money Matt and his thing and the contract stuff they're doing and what was it the percentage thing he did with
the
Paige.
thing about Big Money Matt is, I think I would like it if it wasn't what every heel in AEW is doing.
Is it
Yes.
Matt?
Yes, absolutely. It's exactly what Don Callis and Kenny Omega are doing.
What do you think, Matt?
I think it's a little bit of an overreach, but I do understand that there's a lot of leader types for all the factions, So, but I think Matt's put a bit of a different spin on it. I don't think Don Callis is taking too big of a cut from.
It's what
payday.
Taz is doing.
Well, I don't know how much Taz is getting off of the guys either, but
Yeah, because Matt's thing is that no, this guy's like openly ripping off all of his clients, right? Like it's like hilariously ripping off all of his clients, including Private Party, right? And now
that was
Butcher and the
definitely
Blade.
like the genesis of it. I'm
Yeah.
not
but,
sure if
but it's not that.
he hasn't been
It's not
openly
that.
ripping them off as much lately.
No.
So
No,
we'll have to see.
it's already
kind
been
of evolved a little
established, and
bit.
we just know he's getting his cut. So, and
Yeah.
there's a joke tonight. It was like, is he getting a cut of his own match tonight? Like, that kind of that logic progression. And they get to play with that a little bit from week to week, and that's actually adds a little bit to it, with commentary and the promos and everything. Like, it's been persistent, I think it's as far as like faction leaders go, I think he's one of the best ones, to be honest.
Well, he's been in the business 35 and a half years. If he's not one of the best ones, he should fucking leave.
Well, Arn Anderson's not one of the best ones in the business.
Arn Anderson's
in
not the
company.
leader.
No, but he is. Yeah, well, he's like the,
He's not the leader.
he's not the leader.
Arn Anderson has never been the leader.
This is
He's
true.
never been
This
the
is
leader.
true. But like, listen, we need a figure on the outside, but we can't have you be Cody, because Cody's going to talk, and we're not going to give you. I don't think Arn Anderson has had a promo since the beginning of AEW. He just goes out there with his clipboard, but that's okay. Use what you got. But and they finally let what's his face Blanchard talk a little bit ago. So I don't know.
He's also not the leader.
Not well. So like before Pinnacle, he would have been, because he had FTR, and then he had fuck that guy.
Sean Spears.
So, fuck that guy.
No, he had Mr. Cassie. That's who he had.
Oh yeah. Okay. What? Wait.
Mr. Cassie.
Mr. Cassie. Is that her name?
Cassie Lee.
Okay. I don't know her actual name. I just. Sorry.
Sorg,
I only
you
know-
have not listened to the Off Her
I
Chops podcast?
The what?
The Off Her Chops podcast,
Off
the
Her
podcast of the former Iconics.
No, I don't.
God
I
damn
don't.
it,
I'm
Sorg.
sorry.
You have homework.
I gotta.
You have homework.
I need to
You
listen.
gotta be Joking me.
Listen, I got a list of podcasts I need to check out. Like
That one's first.
I got select episodes of Oral Sessions. I have the podcast that I was chatting with on Twitter tonight, which I think is like your wrestling journey podcast. The one that the Bundertaker does is still on my list.
Hold on. Speaking of podcasts, there's one I've been listening to for a while, and I've been debating whether or not to plug them.
Mm-hmm.
I finally have to because they're making me laugh a lot, even though they're very irreverent. Like, picture us when we first started this, but worse.
Oh no!
It's the Drunk Wrestling History Podcast.
That's basically that's basically what our show was.
They don't talk about anything current.
Oh jeez.
They don't talk about jack shit current. They go through early WWE stuff. Like, I think the latest show they've done is like 2005 or something like that. And they'll like either dig into feuds, pay-per-views, or they'll like do a watch along. Like, they once described Austin Aries as 3.5 apples high, and I'm like, God damn it, that's a really funny joke.
That's good. That's really good. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
All right.
The drunk, like, I've been binge listening to them while I've been working. Oh my God. Like, just because the gimmick is they talk about wrestling history and they get hammered while they do so. And they binge record. So they'll get progressively drunker over a series of episodes, and then you can tell when they're on a new set of tapings.
So I want to get to one more point here before we move on to a couple of these other items here, including AEW Dark Elevation and a little more length. The end of the show. Matt, you jumped on the call as I was live reacting to the end of that show, and I missed the whole Sommelier Reggie blindness thing. Apparently.
Because of fire.
You missed the fire incident from last week.
Apparently, I missed the fire incident from last week.
Well, no, we all did because it wasn't a thing.
What?
It was a distraction. He was never even close to the fire.
But the heat scorched caused him great discomfort, Mike. That's why he tumbled off the ring steps and covered his face right after he did it.
I swear to God. All right. I should have said this a couple. Like, I'm happy for Tamina and Natty.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I'm very. Tamina and Natty gave a very real speech on Talking Smack a couple weeks ago. How happy and excited they were to have won the tag titles and everything, which is fantastic. Great for Tamina. Why the fuck didn't they do that at WrestleMania? Like, if you were gonna do
I know.
Hold on. I think I know what you're gonna say. But still, if you were gonna do it anyway, why not call an audible and do it when you actually have real people chanting for Tamina for probably the first time in her career?
Okay.
Like, that just seems ridiculous.
Matt, your reason?
I know why they didn't change the titles at WrestleMania.
I know he's gonna.
They didn't know Tamina was gonna be over. They had no idea.
Yeah, but you can call an audible.
I mean, you know.
can call an audible. Ring. Oh, I see, Matt. What I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were going to say that they were waiting for Natty to win the women's tag titles in the same building her father won the men's tag titles.
Yeah, then it dawned on me.
That's what I thought you were going to.
It's like, wait a minute, but they're in the same building every week.
Convenient story plot point.
Yeah, and how can that be the same building?
In what case?
That doesn't seem likely.
It's the Sundome. It's the Sundome, Mike.
It's the former Sundome? Okay, all right. I didn't know that.
That's where they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. I thought the Yingling Center was like a new building.
They're still on the campus, right? Like
no.
Yes.
Wait, where are they?
Yes.
Where are they?
Central Florida.
Okay. Yeah. So they're on campus. So
they're UCF
by the way,
or USF. I don't
by
know
the way, again, this is a college competition. I attended this past weekend, right? For a client, and I saw the initials for a school, and I'm like, why do they look familiar? And I realized it's the same school where Ring of Honor is holding their tapings. like the
UMBC.
Yeah, they had a Baja team out there in Louisville. Oh, I hope nobody from there is listening. So, event's over. I can have fun now with it. We won't be back
so
for
about this other wrestling you watched.
Oh, other wrestling? One, I watched Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And a very interesting Forbidden Door thing happened to me tonight, Matt. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter. So I'm watching Dark. Did you catch up through your Dark elevation?
I'm caught up on my Dark.
Okay, good. Because then I put on Ring of Honor. And what was the main event of Dark Elevation, sir?
That was Rocky Romero
Mm-hmm.
versus person I forget, JD Drake.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So you got the Wingmen, and then you had the reuniting of Roppongi.
That was
Vice.
the main event.
That was the main event, dude.
It's
That was one of
Dark
4 main
Elevation,
events.
Mike.
Dude.
I know, but I don't even know who JD Drake is.
Don't.
Legitimately, do not know who that person is.
You should. One, you should. It's he wears interesting shirts. 2, and he's actually very good. And you know, at the Rocky Romero thing, I think they're putting him over. Of course, you know, the New Japan and everything, right? I think they talked about the dojo, and then Trent came out with the Best Friends for the save because the Wingmen were beating them down, and then we had the reuniting of Roppongi Vice.
Yes.
Right? That's right.
And they played the Roppongi Vice song.
I missed that part.
Somehow they had that ready.
Oh man!
So thank God.
Who would have thought somebody had their
Great
iPod from a
foresight
few
by
years
the audio
ago?
guy.
Yeah, that's
glad,
right.
Glad he was on top of it.
He's
Wait.
like,
Or her.
Hold on. You gotta back up. Who are the Wingmen?
The group, the crew with
We've never
Pretty
talked
Peter
about
Avalon
this?
and Cesar Bononi
God.
and JD Drake
oh,
and Ryan Nemeth.
Yes.
They have a name. They're
Yes.
the Wingmen.
They're the
I
Wingmen.
didn't realize this
Jesus
last week.
fucking
it's-
Christ!
Whoa, what's
It's
the
a
They
problem?
fine
need to
name.
stop.
What
They
the
need
what?
to
This is
stop.
great. This is a good unit, Mike.
Dude, it's
a
good.
Unit,
It's
and
good
you
stuff.
have admitted that you haven't seen them yet. So
That's
you
right.
cannot
You
pass
haven't
judgment.
seen Peter
I
Avalon.
absolutely
No,
can.
You
Because
cannot pass
Wingmen,
judgment.
no, a group called the Wingmen implies there's no leader. A wingman is someone on the side. They're all secondary characters.
Right.
They
Sorg,
don't fucking matter.
Isn't that the joke?
That's
Sorg?
the joke.
That's the
That's
joke.
the
No,
joke.
but they're not even secondary characters because no one's ever fucking heard of them.
I
They're-
put
what?
Sorg and I
No,
like-
no,
they're
no.
like-
They're
tertiary
This podcast
characters
knows
at
who they are.
best.
Listen.
2/3 of this podcast knows who the Wingmen are.
Yeah, we've already a chat room. Do you know who the Wingmen are? Are you down with the Wingmen? Come
I
on,
guarantee
JD Drake was
Tina-
known.
Tina is a big JD
Yeah,
Drake
JD Drake was
fan.
known for
I
the
guarantee
Evolve
it.
work, according to Tina. So I mean, this is a thing, Mike. Mike, listen, Mike. Just
They're too many
because,
fucking
Mike,
factions.
just
No,
because
there's just
this
enough.
is not
Perfect. They
your
found their sweet spot.
expertise in wrestling doesn't discount it. It's okay. Mike, we're here to educate you on the Wingmen, on Peter Avalon getting pulled out on the little cart out of the tunnel by Cesar Bononi, about the funny shirts they make JD Drake wear because they're helping him with his style, about
And we're
Nick,
just getting started. Sorg's gonna get you up to speed
about
on Ring
Nick
of Honor,
Nemeth,
and
about
then in a minute
about
or two,
yes,
I'm gonna tell you what happened on New Japan
Yeah,
Strong on
on-
Friday
on
night.
Nick
We're
Nemeth.
gonna drag you kicking and screaming into a broader
That's right.
pro
That's right.
wrestling
That's
world
right.
view, my
Nick
Mike,
Nemeth,
and you're
Nick-
gonna love it.
Nick Nemeth quizzing people to ask them because they don't know that he was on Kimmel playing like some kind of cowboy character, or Ellen doing this other thing that I forget, or there was something on Nickelodeon he did. I don't know. I forget those already. But anyways, but they were hilarious, and I'm learning more about him. Right? He's like the less interesting RJ City.
And if that doesn't hook you, my Mike, I don't know what else we're
No,
You-
I
you
got nothing for you.
I don't know what we're
It's a
gonna
really
do.
good thing you guys aren't salesmen
That's right.
because nothing
Have you-
that has been uttered over the past 5 minutes has ever made me think,
And-
oh, I should watch this.
And now you know
All
why our advertisers are pizza and all in house.
All right, Ring of Honor. Sorg, tell me about Ring of Honor.
Because
'cause I'm gonna
then
get to this
I'm
world
like,
match soon.
I'm like, oh no! I watched Dark like live the broadcast. It's like 9:15. I have nothing but Raw to watch. This will not stand. So I pulled up my Honor Club app because I still pay for it, and I pulled up I put up the latest episode of Ring of Honor from the weekend, which I mean I could have seen for live on Fight anyways, and still get the amazing Eli Drake or LA Knight and Ric Flair commercials. But the first match was Rocky Romero in a pure rules match. So I'm just like, how did I just see Rocky Romero back to back on 2 different programs? So like Forbidden Door to the nth degree. And then that aside from the moment of seeing Duke Davis at the same time in my Twitter feed, over on the live stream on IndieWrestling.us on the Twitch page, and then over in the footage I was capturing from Friday night's Pro Wrestling Conquest. So, I mean, like, there's a lot of interesting wrestling spreading going on. Wrestling spreading is probably not a phrase I should use.
Rocky is the door.
Rocky is the door. So, yeah. I mean, so there's that. Aside from that, we had some, and I'm sorry, not New Japan guys. Who was there? Who was the guy that was there on an excursion? Matt, should I?
Are we talking about Elevation?
I think we're talking about Elevation. Should I cue the graphic?
Okay. Yeah, let's go to the graphic.
All right, let's go to the graphic.
Time to get to work here. It's time.
All right, hold on a second,
kids. It's time for a Forbidden Door Crazy Wall update.
Oh boy,
there it is.
You know, we've been hard at work on this one, and Sorg, you might notice the newer strings are a different color this week.
Oh, look at that! I hope you're.
It's really funny. Because of how it's placed, it looks like our show is actually on the board.
Oh no, that's the NWA. That's definitely the NWA.
I see it's NWA.
Yeah, no,
like,
no.
Oh wow, so we're on the board now.
No, Fred Rosser is not a part of the Wrestling Mayhem show. Although Fred,
to be fair,
Fred, if you're out there,
Fred, we could have some strings. Probably from the people that are on this board.
Do me a favor, chat room. Somebody please tweet Fred Rosser and ask him if he would like to come on our show since we're busy at the moment. But
tell him at least tune in. Tell him about his match.
And then we could put our logo right here, and then we can just pull the strings to it, and we'll be part of the Forbidden Door. That'd be wonderful.
Once we get people who are friends, acknowledged official friends of the show on this board.
Yeah, we did. We don't have any friends of the show. We have some enemies of the show on here.
Yeah, well, there's always going to be enemies of the show.
Yeah,
they're all out there waiting for us. Anyway,
technically, Luke Gallows was Luke Gallows is an almost friend of the show. Very close, very close.
I think we're like afraid to have him as a friend of the show.
I saw Luke Gallows.
I filmed a match with Luke Gallows. So the issue.
No, I legit saw him in a bar just hanging out.
Sounds
okay.
Perfectly normal.
Okay, sure, of course. No, I was literally on a phone call right before we were doing the show, and he's like, "Yeah, so I just signed my TNA contract. You want to talk to Deuce?" And I'm like, "I don't know if I want to talk to Deuce, man." I'm just like unprepared. I'm like, "What am I going to ask Deuce? I only have Luke Gallows questions."
Here's what you ask Deuce: "Where's Domino?"
So
that's all you ask him.
What happened to oh God, what was her name?
Cherry. Cherry.
So what happened to Cherry? You guys still talk?
She's still out there somewhere.
What's up?
Wandering around.
She I got a frowny face in the notes.
Well earned, I'm sure. Okay, so
anyways, back to the board.
Crazy Wall. All right, let's take a look at Rocky. All right.
Okay, wait, where are we at? Oh, where's Rocky?
Let's take a look at Rocky.
Where's Rocky at? Where am I looking?
Middle right for Rocky.
Okay.
Right next to Serena.
There
wearing
it is.
the lovely fur.
Oh, look at him.
4 strings coming off of Rocky.
Oh, he does.
So we're connecting.
Okay.
The latest string is to AEW, obviously, because he was on Elevation.
Yes.
Obviously, he's New Japan through and through. He's Office. He's all that stuff.
Yeah.
He keeps popping up in Ring of Honor. He has appeared on recent episodes of MLW, but things are getting a little tricky with MLW.
Okay.
Because they're kind of transitioning. I guess you could say like between seasons. I'm sure that's the way they'd like to put it.
Well, yeah, they had the one episode I watched was the season finale. So
yeah. So some of these strings to MLW I think are going to get snipped here as we go forward. The good news is that they're kind of like rolling out their roster. So we'll know within the next few weeks if, I look, Pillman Jr. is probably not going to be connected to them anymore. I doubt Leo's still going to be, doing anything with MLW. But they'll bring in some new people, and we'll see what they do. Filthy Tom's still with them, and Rocky, I have my doubts, but we'll see.
I
Has a way of just popping up. So
Matt,
you never know.
Matt, you know who I think may show up over there?
Who?
That would have to be added to the wall. A certain Moth. A certain
Marty.
a certain Aztec fighter.
Yeah, well, that could be
Because
great.
if they're going Azteca Underground, and that boy is cleared to wrestle again, wouldn't shock me.
He's been a dark regular. Actually.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see him back out there. So
am I. Yeah,
along.
apparently he wasn't cleared to wrestle for a long time. That's why we hadn't seen him pop up anymore.
Okay.
But I'm happy he's back.
That's awesome to see him back. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, we're just gonna rush through the other two editions.
Yeah, please. We got a lot to get
Focus on
to.
the left side here, and you'll see these two people with the language you cannot read underneath there. The fella upper left on your screen right now, that's Red Narita. He was on Dark Elevation.
He
Young
was also
Lion
in the background on Dynamite.
Yeah, he keeps popping up. So he was on Elevation. He's been doing a few things with AEW because he flew over with Yuji Nagata, and obviously he's New Japan. So the other fella down there, that's Satoshi Kojima.
This one?
No, that's Takeshita. That is Satoshi Kojima.
Matt, I can't read these.
That's part of the fun.
Okay.
That's the former IWGP World Champion.
Okay.
Way back in the day. New Japan guy, and Impact Wrestling says he's going to be on Thursday night show.
What?
Enjoy this.
All right.
The Impact and New Japan, they are tight right now. There's a conveyor belt of New Japan guys just rolling in and rolling out over there. I think I get.
Well, we know how well Impact did with Okada, so I'm sure it'll be fun.
Different regime.
Yeah, very different regimes, guys.
We will see how things go. If you've taken a minute to see the Slammiversary promo, you realize everyone's been in TNA or Impact at least once.
Yes.
So,
yes. Everybody's
and they've
passed
all
through
gone
town.
somewhere else. That's just the way it's been.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah. So we'll see. Perhaps we've seen the last of Finjuice and/or El Phantasmo and Impact. Finjuice lost the tag titles last Thursday.
By the way, to a stipulation of a championship match that Rhino won back in October.
That's right.
Like I wouldn't. So I think,
and
I caught that from the edit of Just Pro Wrestling News, the great podcast that Mainstream Matt hosts 6 days a week, and is like editing, and I'm just like, what the fuck? That is the most TNA. That is the most
Impact thing I've ever heard.
That is the most TNA thing I've heard in a while.
I'm like, he earned this when? Let me look this
now,
up. Yeah,
Matt, I have a question. Rhino earned a tag title shot, I'm guessing, in a singles match.
No. Here, there was a battle royal last October.
Of course, there was a battle royal.
If memory serves, this is the match where Heath Slater got injured.
Oh, so
Heath was supposed to go over. I think. If I'm wrong, feel free to berate me in the chat room. But I think this is the same match where Heath gets injured. Is injured so badly he can't finish the match. So Heath is out, and on the fly, Rhino wins the match. With how many months?
Who's his partner? He's the one that was
Doring.
Doring.
Yeah.
And Mike, if you haven't seen, Doring is freaking awesome. He's like just he's tall.
I watched that one episode of Impact or whatever.
Yes.
I watched the pay-per-view. I watched the fucking pay-per-view.
Okay.
He was on it.
I don't know if it was conveyed much in the pay-per-view, but he is very good. He's a very good bigger guy. Okay.
Okay. Notice I haven't watched any Impact since then.
No, that's fine. I can't even watch the show from week to week. So
they didn't hook me in.
No, the show does not hook me in. The Impact Plus, like the pay-per-views. Raw doesn't hook me in, but I'm going to watch Hell in a Cell.
That's fair.
Okay? The Impact week to week doesn't hook me in, but I'm going to go watch Under Siege and, maybe I'll buy Slammiversary.
Is Steven Seagal going to be there?
No, there was no Steven Seagal on that one. So,
God.
I watched Hardcore Justice. I want to see whatever.
Out for Justice is in August.
Out for Justice, yes.
Is Steven Seagal gonna be there?
This is the next phase.
mean-
You know, there was all Phil Collins stuff 10 years ago, and now it's all Steven Seagal stuff. That's just where we're at. It's something about their deal with Access.
How many Phil Collins pay-per-views did they have in a row?
Oh, at least three. At least three. So, anyways, back into it. Is there any more?
I can't wait for Impact's Wrestling coming in the air tonight.
Is there anything else on the Forbidden Wall we must address?
Oh, no.
That's about all the new
all right.
stuff. But Sorgi, I'm sure you'll post it so everyone can.
Yeah,
can
we'll throw that up on the
burn
social
their
media.
eyeballs out trying
Social
to go
media as
cross-eyed looking
well.
at this thing. So.
I do have to mention I did go see a classic company, Ohio Valley Wrestling, this past weekend
Mhm.
in Louisville.
Prototype?
No, he's not still there because he's fucking John Cena, dude.
How would you know he's invisible?
You got me there. You got me there. So I went. I saw OVW. It was 10 minutes from my hotel. It was just a no-brainer. I got in there too late to see it because they do TV tapings every Thursday. And then they have, like, I guess, special events, and of course they tour a little bit around the area too. So this is in the facility, which is classically, it's a, you know, kind of an industrial park kind of situation with a bunch of, like, you know, yeah, right? So you're just like walking, like, there's a lot of, like, kind of large truck doors and metal buildings.
Was there also like an intramural volleyball game going on at the other end of the arena?
No, there was not. No. It was their own thing, and it was dressed up. And dude, the setup was really nice. Actually, it was really nice. Give me a moment. I'll see if I can pull up some of my pictures. Now I'm going to do a slideshow of my trip, guys. But
Love it.
So the show was Defiance. And by the way, you can watch it for free. I don't know what these guys' model is. And it was full. It was, I don't know, probably about 200 people. They had 3 rows of chairs, and it was up there, and it was like stepped, not stepped, but you know what I mean, like theater kind of, you know, steps to it. Like on 3 sides of the ring, 3 rows, basically full for the most part, right? Like I said, the ring was pretty good, and I want to show some of their pay-per-view because I don't think they'll do takedowns. So here's a little bit of what it looks like there on YouTube. I'm over on the left, I believe, of this shot. But yeah, no, real pro setup. They came out and said, hey, you know, they had like a pre-show match, and then you know, somebody gets on the headset. Here's the fun thing: you see the people in the background there with the sign? Those are the hosts of the local Louisville morning show. So they're having a tournament that's something like the Country Boy Championship Tournament or something, right?
What?
Oh, wait. Let me finish. Let me finish. Okay. So along with this, they had 4 matches of like the semifinals of the tournament. Everybody in those matches had a celebrity, I'm using air quotes, a celebrity manager. One was a radio host that came out in the Macho Man Madness NWO era thing, and he got like stink-faced. There was these guys from the morning show. Facade was there. Both Facade and Danny Moe actually had, and Jace Carr actually had a match as well. Jace Carr was in the gauntlet match for the Riot Championship, and he got bounced out in the first match out. But and he was, I think he was like kind of a surprise entrant on that one. Facade they was serving beer for the first time from I believe it was Country Boy Beer, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head. I actually got introduced to the guys from from the beer company, so it was nice to meet those guys.
Oh, it's a beer company.
Yeah, it's a beer company. There's this one. There's this lady. Hold on. Let me see if it gets to her again. This lady in the blue on the left. She's like the Southern queen of Southern sass or something. I don't know what she's from.
Lacey Evans was there?
No. Then she is not age. There was a Playboy Playmate there who was managing the guy that I imagine is what Andrew Palace would look like if he was on roids and didn't have his nice hair.
What a visual.
His
Oh
name
my
was
God.
Juicy something. I don't know. So I mean, this guy's like doing a political campaign. There's a lot of people that had ties. There's one guy that was called like the boss level or something. But he was awesome. There was a lot going on, and I knew nobody. I knew nothing. I went in cold. Like, I was so happy when I saw Facade, Danny, and Jace, because I'm like, my God, I know somebody here. Tony Gunn was a tag champion with Mr. Spectacular, actually.
Mr. Spectacular.
Mr. Spectacular, Jesse Goddard. That was fun. I forgot how much I enjoyed Tony Gunn because we'd film him a lot up here at RWA in the Pittsburgh area, and I think this is pretty much his home promotion.
Sorg, was it the OVW Kentucky Heavyweight Title Tournament? Is that
Yes. Yes.
Okay, because I just brought up cage match because I'm like,
okay, but there's
some of this has
there's
to be
more
fake,
to it.
but-
There's more to that title, is what I'm saying. It's wild. It's definitely Southern. There's your Queen of Southern Sass trying to, there you go.
So it is Lacey Evans.
There's this legacy of brutality thing. That's going on. It's not. Yeah. But Isaiah, who is a guy I remember from JCW at the Gathering of the Juggalos. I've never seen him outside of Juggalo wrestling, so yeah, that was fun to see. God, I've seen that guy wrestle for the last 15 years, basically. But actually, there he is right there in this promo with, I don't know who this guy is. He's like the manager. He has a cane. He has an evil cane.
Josh Ashcraft.
Thank you.
I'm looking at cage match. I'm guessing. Based on that's who he was with in this
is
Rush title gauntlet.
Just wild. Their champion is some dude called Cash Flow. This is him in this. So there was like a football player that was there that did a stunner on somebody. There was just a lot. The fans were really into it. It was a really, really, really fun show, except for I was definitely sitting by the worst fans in the building. So other than that experience, just the ones that happened to sit right next to me were like, yeah. And again, I think there was maybe 5 people wearing masks in the crowd and stuff. So, but the lady next to me started like hacking up a lung and then kept like bumping into me. So I put my mask on about halfway through the show. And then I just started hearing some certain kinds of slurs from the gentleman with her. So
apparently Cash Flow has also been at JCW.
So I probably see. I thought he seemed familiar.
Oh my God! All right, so Cash Flow. Because now you got me digging deep.
He's going down the OVW rabbit hole now.
Yeah.
So
Cash Flow was in JCW twice.
Okay.
It doesn't. One of them was in a heavyweight title 20-man weapons battle royal. Because the title was vacant with a K. And that's when Evil Dead won the title. But that match also had.
I was there for that. I think I was definitely there for that.
Now I have to read these names. Evil Dead defeated Brayer Wellington.
Richie Bitch Boy,
Okay.
Briar Wellington. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember him.
Cash Flow.
Okay.
Fat Fuck Barrel Boy.
Fat Fuck Barrel Boy was the guy I was about to say hi to before they yelled tear gas in Toledo, and we started running after the ICP set.
Okay.
And everybody rushed the stage. So yes,
Okay.
I remember Fat Fuck Barrel Boy.
Okay.
Listen,
Gavin
that
Starr.
was technically the first indie show I saw was that JCW in the convention center in Toledo in 2001.
All right. Gavin Starr.
Okay.
Insidious.
Okay.
Jamie Cox with 3 X's.
Sure.
Nice.
Jamie Madrox, so the Multiple Man was there.
Oh
That's
no,
good.
that's a member of Twisted.
Nope, that's the Multiple Man.
Oh
Sorg.
no. Yes. Yes.
In my head,
yes.
in my head, it is Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man from the X-Men comics.
You are correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But it is a member of Twisted.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
I'm saying
All right.
he is knowingly also that.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
yes, it is that name, and yes, it's on purpose.
Okay. Also Mojo, so the giant alien warlord from Marvel Comics was in there.
Sure.
The Monoxide Child.
That is the partner of Jamie Madrox in Twisted.
Of course it is.
Yes.
Mr. Meaner.
I don't know that one.
Pebble, which I'm assuming is not Young Rock.
Who knows?
Young Rock
Who
series,
knows?
but you never know. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson were both.
Oh
in
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Suburban Gangsta,
Yeah. Oh sure.
Tarek the Great,
Don't
the
know.
Death Dealer,
Okay. That I'm sure I've seen him.
Not the original Death Dealer. Luther?
Satan. I doubt it. But
No, Luther is the original Death
Oh.
Dealer.
it's all right. I'll open a new tab.
He's on Dark a lot.
No,
you've
his
never
name.
seen
Oh, Luther.
No, I
Oh.
know. Luther has been on Dynamite before. I know who you're talking about. No, apparently his name is Tommy Starr. He's also gone by Chuck Hogan and Attila the Hun.
Oh, Hollywood Chuck Hogan. I remember him. He used to come out.
And then
he's
Attila
dressed-
the Hun
he's-
sticked his
no,
lawyers on him.
No. Okay.
That was the end of that gimmick.
Hollywood Chuck Hogan came out in full Hulk Hogan, but he was wearing a Crypt Keeper mask.
So Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's be clear on this.
Hold
This
on.
fella-
I haven't,
Wait,
Matt,
just wanna
I
make my
haven't
statement
finished
right
this
now.
list.
I know. I'll let you, and I will let you finish.
Okay.
But I feel like it needs to be pointed out for the record. This fella has ripped off Attila the Hun,
Mhm.
Hulk Hogan, and
Mhm.
Luther.
Sounds like a
Good.
win for me.
That's quite a body count. Anyway, go on.
Sounds like JCW.
The redneck devil without a cause.
I think I saw him too. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if that's Kid Cash. And
Very
it's
likely.
definitely not
Kid Cash was definitely there, and that might have been his nickname.
Tom Dubb and Truth Martini.
Tom Dubb he's like a staff member. Yeah, and that's the first time I saw Truth Martini. And then I interviewed him at his house for a documentary. years later.
And also Cash Flow had a barbed wire ladder match against Hollywood Chuck Hogan.
I probably maybe saw that.
And that was in Philly, and those were his
Nope.
only JCW matches.
Nope, that wasn't at the Philly one. I've only seen him at the Gathering, and they did a show with actually the Marshall Gambino, Jimmy DeMarco, and Gory were on a local. It was a CD release tour, and they had wrestling and then some performers in the ring. Yeah, it
Cash
was
Flow
really
is
strange.
beating the Road Dogg in IWA Mid-South.
Son of a bitch.
But he's also lost to Mickey Knuckles in IWA Mid-South.
Son of a bitch. Also, IWA Mid-South, they weren't running a show, but they were like right across the border in Indiana. Like, so I was like, man, missed out on that one by like a week. So just saying, there were options. There were two options. They were both OVW for the time I was there. But generally, there are options in the area. There was a lot of stuff that was listed.
Cash Flow has beaten Necro Butcher.
Oh, shit.
I'm just looking to see, because this guy has an extensive.
Is Cash
history.
Flow now your
For some-
favorite wrestler?
No, I've never heard of this person in my life, and I
Well,
don't
why-
plan
you
on
can watch
watching any
this.
I
matches.
think you need to go and watch some of his matches, Mad Mike.
Yeah, I mean,
really
like I
don't.
said, it's Saturday's show is for free over on
You
OVWWrestling.com.
need to go expand
hint.
your horizons a
He
little bit.
apparently
Kentucky
once
Heavy.
went by the name Security Guard Mike at IWA Mid South
Oh, this is-
in 1997.
By the way, this is the bracket I was looking for, I think. So
Okay.
this is where it was like there was the Country Boy Kentucky Heavyweight Championship tournament. And Country Boy Brewing is the brewing company.
Oh,
so.
okay.
So
All
yes, that is happening. So I think their Thursday show is always on YouTube. So if you're into this, you want some Kentucky wrestling, I think this is going to be Chain Carnage. I was really kind of curious what Chain Carnage is going to be. So but I didn't see any matches for that just yet. So no, again, it's a piece of history. Of course, OVW known for the WWE. I don't know if you've seen the Before There Were Stars DVD again, those Walmart DVDs again, that have John Cena, as the prototype, and there's Big Show when he got kind of shoved off of WWE because he wasn't kind of ready for them when they signed him. A lot of people came through there, obviously, and I think about 10 years ago they had a deal with TNA for development for a while. After the FCW started up, they stopped using OVW, I believe, if I know my history right. And
That makes sense because Al Snow was involved with
Oh,
TNA
yeah.
a little bit.
And I think they are back around. I thought I heard that they might have some sort of connection with WWE now. So I don't know, confirmed or not, but But yeah, so a lot of options. Speaking of RWA, Wheels is in the chat room. Holy crap!
What's up, Wheels?
Jeez.
Sorg, do I have time to mention this match from Strong? Can I have a minute or two?
What happened on New Japan Strong, sir?
I wanted to mention this match because I was really looking forward to it because Fred Rosser, former Darren Young, Mr.
Yes.
No Days Off.
Did anybody tweet him yet to see if he wants to be on the show?
Anyway,
Does he have Twitter?
he's been killing it on Strong. He's one of the best parts of that show. And he had himself a no disqualification match against Hikuleo, who I believe is the youngest son of Haku and got all the height in the family. He is a Bullet Club young boy, essentially, learning the ropes. And he and Fred Rosser have had a series of matches that have been good to extremely good. So I was looking forward to this, the very rare no disqualification match. And of course, New Japan Strong is being shot in an undisclosed location somewhere in Los Angeles in an empty room. And Fred Rosser and Hikuleo decided they were going to give us a tour of basically the entire building and the surroundings. They brawled around the ring. They brawled through a door into the backstage area. They tumbled into a pile of boxes. I assume that was all the New Japan merch that had been shipped over from Japan. And all these cardboard boxes go down. Then they go outside the building and they find the ring truck. There is a U-Haul parked outside, Sorg. These two brawl their way into the back of the U-Haul truck. Okay, and at one point, they decide it's time to make our way out of the U-Haul truck. They take turns teasing that they are going to try to decapitate one another with the back door of the U-Haul truck. Like, there's a point where, like, Fred Rosser is, like, lying prone with his head, like, sticking over just barely perfectly, and Hikuleo just kind of, like, grabs the strap for the door and just kind of pulls it down. And Fred Rosser rolls inside the truck at the last minute. So, yeah, it was pretty wild. If you've ever wondered about the setup for New Japan Strong, this kind of answers all the questions.
Oh, there it is. There it is. So so you can
Yeah,
check
there
out.
we go. Look at him
So
go.
this
Look
is
at him go
this
in
is
the
the
truck.
Finish Strong show that's free on New Japan World that you can see, and there's some clips from it there. I think it's mostly kind of post show commentary and stuff, right? So
anyway, yeah, it was great. Like I said, I just wanted to mention it because it was just so crazy,
I need
and
to see
because
this.
Rosser's been so good
Yes.
on Strong. They need to get that guy over to Japan, but no one's getting into Japan these days. So
No, it's not good in Japan.
No, you shouldn't go there right now.
the U.S. I'm going to get a little newsy. Here's a little tease for everybody. This is going to be part of the.
If you've been following Just Pro Wrestling News, you are aware of the problems in Japan right now.
Because every other day we're talking about how effed up it is in Japan.
Yeah.
And the latest bit, this is going to be in the update for tomorrow morning, Sorg. The U.S. State Department has issued a do not go there advisory, basically, for Japan, for all of us here in America. So what does that mean for all the, the Western talent who have found their way back over here? I don't know how many of those guys are here in the States right now, but
Yeah.
New Japan is they are in a tight spot, Sorg, as we say sometimes.
Yeah.
They are in a tight spot.
I think
seven or 8 or 9 of their guys had the COVID. It sounds
Yes.
like they're all going to be fine.
Yeah.
But now they've got this travel advisory locking them down. They are in the mud, as some like to say. They're having a rough time.
And they had already delayed the baseball field shows, right?
Yeah, the stadium
So,
shows are on hold, and they're running these Korakuen Hall shows with just like the drabbest lineup of tag team matches you could possibly imagine. It's rough, man.
Oh,
it's
that's
really
sad.
rough.
That's sad. Well, it's I mean, and of course, you're also detailing what's happening with some other promotions over there as well.
Yeah, I mean,
so-
it's not just New Japan, but like the COVID issue is with everybody. It's costing companies are losing shows. They're losing personnel. They're having to reschedule stuff. It's been a real mess. Dragon Gate and Noah have both had their stretches where they've lost guys. Stardom hasn't really had a lot of issues. Like the Joshi hasn't seemed to be.
It's also it's
having a lot of
not the
issues,
entire
but-
country. It's a section of the country, correct?
The
Like-
state of emergency is for parts of the country,
Yes.
but apparently, like, that is a federal order,
Yes.
so to speak. And in these individual prefectures, the local governments have also apparently been taking action in some of those. So even though they might not be part of the federal government state of emergency order, there might still be local state of emergencies that are in place.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Olympics are in 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, and
Something like that.
And that there has been heavy recommendations from the medical community about not going forward with it. So, and I don't know where that's gone with anything else. And yeah, so
The big problem they're having over there is the vaccinations. They're having
Yeah.
trouble rolling out the vaccine.
Yeah.
Which is
and again,
odd.
and,
You-
well,
'cause
here-
you think
here's-
about,
here's the
and
issue.
I know, like, here in the States, it has not been an ideal situation for a
No.
lot of people, but I mean, I did not have any trouble finding someone willing to stick a needle in my arm.
Well, the issue there is, like, we can get, like, anybody, like, pharmacists can give you the vaccine.
Mhm.
There, it has to be trained people.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have that loose, like, oh, a pharmacist can just go ahead and deliver this. Like, no, it has
Well,
to be,
I mean,
like,
pharmacists are trained.
but they're not trained enough in the Japanese culture
Yeah.
to allow for vaccine. So basically, they don't have enough people to administer.
They also
that.
don't have
The-
enough
the-
access to
the,
the
um,
vaccines.
Right.
The system, the infrastructure isn't in
Yeah.
place
Yeah. Yeah.
for this kind of a
So
situation.
that's been an issue. So and you're going to see this, like, you know, I mean, we, you know, did what we did, and then, you know, everybody else is going to have to catch up, and, you know, are at various stages of what their infrastructure is, and getting taxed and everything. So, you know, with everything going on. So it's and of course, you know, this boils down to the wrestling on a wrestling podcast, but I mean, it's a very real thing that's still there. You know, even though it feels like we're out of the woods for the most part here, in a lot of cases.
Oh no, we are not. People still get vaccinated. If
Oh,
you
no.
haven't already.
And I'm just saying, I'm saying on broad strokes, Mike.
I don't agree on broad strokes.
Okay.
I don't agree on broad strokes. No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We're not going to get into a
I'm not
debate
gonna
on
get
this.
into it.
But no, please get vaccinated. Wear a mask if you still are susceptible and feel unsafe, and that's all we have to say on that. Okay. So, but you know, that's on that. So, all right. On that point, tomorrow night we got Zach Rain, the White Rabbit, will be joining us here on the show. Surprise, guys! I don't think I told you that. And then a week
I hope
from
he's not late.
a week from Tuesday. A week from Tuesday, we're going to have the Beast Man. I believe is going to be here in studio. Ronnie has already said he will not be joining us in person because he doesn't want to get chopped again. So that will be fun. I don't know if a visit to Slice on Broadway will be planned.
He's gonna kick in that door.
He's going to kick in some door. Yes, absolutely. So
Mhm.
I did run into the Beast Man and have some conversations with him a couple weeks ago. So be interesting. It's going to be interesting to have him in here again. And so he really wanted to come back. So I'm like, yeah, man. So let's Beast Man it up. So, all right. On that point, Mad Mike 483 on the Twitters.
Oh boy. I don't even know. Raw, just be better. Just be better. And no, I'm not gonna watch other wrestlings because I want to watch wrestling on my TV where I'm comfortable. Damn it.
Yeah, it's too bad none of this other wrestling can be on your television. Mainstream Matt, speaking of the televisions. Oh, we didn't talk about our pitch idea. Maybe we'll do that after the show.
We'll have to do it another time.
Okay. We'll do it
Hey,
another time.
just pro wrestling news, kids. 5 minutes or less, we can catch you up on everything happening, all the big stories across the world of pro wrestling. Sometimes it's a lot less than 5 minutes, but that probably won't be the case tomorrow morning. But check it out. Talk to your smart speaker. It'll help you out. And stay updated every single morning. And we'll take care of you. So you don't have to watch these miserable wrestling shows. You can try new things.
There you go. There you go. Check out everything, WrestlingMayhemShow.com, SorgatronMedia.com, and please, IndieWrestling.us, the latest Prospect Pro Wrestling. And in editing right now is Friday night's Pro Wrestling Conquest from Charleston, West Virginia. We had a crew down there shooting that while I was gallivanting over in Louisville. for the weekend. So so stay tuned for that. Pre-orders are already up there on the front page at IndieWrestling.us. Our friends, The Main Event, are a part of that. Jason Kincaid and Facade are their opponents. Cole Carter, who's been on Dark, is a part of that. Chance Prophet, which is always great. Daniel Eads, the Man of Tomorrow, and I think Ace Austin and Madman Fulton were on that from Impact as well, off the top of my head. Bunkhouse Stampede or Conquest Stampede with Jock Sampson, David Lawless, Ryan Edmonds, Mance Warner, and Lodi. Yes, sign guy. So, and it sounded like it was a really, really wild affair. I got to look at a tiny bit of the footage while we were captioning here this afternoon. So, looking forward to get that out there. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.